What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve Natto. I want to thank you all for stopping by the channel today, and be sure to hit that subscribe button down below as it does really help the channel grow. But as you can see, for today we got a newer type of video for you guys where I'm introducing Heat on the Street. That's going to be me discussing the sneaker market, talking about trends, talking about prices, and explaining my thoughts on where sneakers will be kind of now, in the future, in the past. We'll talk a little bit about trends in the market in terms of kind of resale prices, what you should do to, buy and sell products. If you get a shoe that you want, but maybe you decide you don't want to keep, you want to sell it, when's the best time to do that? I'll kind of explain the whole, realm of things in this series here. But specifically today, I want to talk about the Flint 13s that dropped earlier this morning. It is May 30th. They came out for a retail price of $190. And to just quickly explain the point that I'll break down further in a minute here, the Flint 13s were trading yesterday on GOAT for around $270, $280. Now the price has skyrocketed to about $320, $330, maybe even as close to $350 at some points throughout the day. It's been fluctuating, but been straight up. That's a huge swing in terms of dollars that I want to make you guys aware of if you guys weren't sure, to help you make decisions based on whatever you want to do with the shoes, and I'm here to talk that through. So without going any further, without breaking it down anymore, we're here for Heat on the Street, so let's go and talk about the Flint 13s. We're going to talk about some past releases too, as well as the Chunky Dunky SBs. So let's go. All right, so here we go. First off, the first page I want to show you guys is GOAT, like I mentioned, to take a look at real-time prices. It is around 3:30 Eastern time when I'm recording this, and as you can see, prices are significantly higher than they were yesterday. If we look at sizes 10 and up, they're close to $350, even up to a size 13 is $350. The smaller sizes are a bit less expensive, but my point here is that the Flints were literally trading all day yesterday for around $270 to $280. This is a drastic, almost $70, $80 increase in price in less than 24 hours. So I'll kind of break down what I think that means and kind of explain, what that means to you guys as viewers and purchasers of the shoe, how that plays out in kind of your roles and the role of the general market. But this is not a trend we haven't seen before. If we head over to StockX to check this out a little bit, more in depth, we can see StockX is very similar prices, a little bit lower on the face, but it kind of evens out because StockX has additional fees and costs included. But if we check out the graph here, if we check out May 29th, the start of the day yesterday, as the aggregate for kind of all sizes right here, the average price was $263. If we go up to, the last kind of pinpointed data, it still does say May 29th, but at least probably carries over into today. We got $292. And the overall average price now is up to $279 as a whole. So the price has completely shifted up right now for this pent-up demand that people, really expect to be able to get the shoe, but it turned out that they weren't. This is certainly a result of kind of, the state of the world right now, with not all the stores open and things like that. But this is a trend we saw very similar to Fire Red 5s and DMP 6s. Both, started out a little bit lower, peaked on release day, and then kind of came straight down right after the drop. So in terms of the Flints, if you have a pair that you're looking to sell, I would sell it, immediately. I would sell it now because this is about the peak. From past information, we know that as people get more pairs in over time, the price next week is just going to keep declining and kind of flatline somewhere a little bit lower, but it's for sure going to be lower than it is now. So that's my opinion on that, and a very, very interesting thing to keep in mind, because especially if you're looking at it from the opposite direction in terms of buying, if you bought yesterday, you bought at a price significantly better than all the people buying right now. Whereas, if you buy from a place like GOAT or StockX, the seller has a lot of time to actually ship the product, so you won't see it for quite some time. And if you guys are trying to find the best price, picking out those best times to buy is very, very important. So as you can see, there's a huge swing in price because, a lot of people expect to be able to pick it up today and, missed out because it was a limited shoe. So it's pretty interesting, and that's something I wanted to talk about here. And another example I wanted to show you guys was the Chunky Dunky SB, in a completely different world, completely separate sneaker in terms of how it released and how it was limited. But it has a very similar trend in terms of the release that I think a lot of other sneakers have also taken, form to in this time. So I remember looking back, the day before the drop, and right, literally close to before the drop itself, and prices were almost identical to where they are now. But right after the drop on sneakers is what I'm talking about, on the actual release day when the sneakers draw happened. Right after that, prices jumped to almost $2,000. A lot of pairs were $1,800, $1,900, but as you can see, this 10.5 is back down to $1,660, $1,650, $1,660 for a size 12, significantly lower. And it's just all about kind of paying attention to where the demand really kind of forms, and whether it's from a buying or selling perspective, paying attention to that and making the right decisions. So that's what I was here to kind of explain and show you guys with a few different examples. But if you guys have any questions at all, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to help you guys get those questions answered. I'm here to talk about this stuff. This is stuff I pay attention to and I think is pretty interesting. And I wanted to roll out for this new series called Heat on the Street. So again, let me know any feedback in the comments down below. Be sure to check the links in my description for my social media channel so you guys can chat with me over there. And thank you one final time for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well, as it really does help the channel grow. And other than that, I think I'll catch you guys real soon on the next video.